Hi friends, welcome back to Predict the Unpredictable, one of the most important initiative for UPSC Prelims examination 2026. Today in this lecture, I am going to make a prediction for the prelims examination using PYQ analysis. Guys, one of the best strategies to master prelims examination is to master the PYQs. Most of the questions in the prelims examination, they are based on the PYQ themes. If you master PYQ themes and if you are able to connect to current affairs, most of the questions you can easily solve. My name is Santosh Pandey. For people who do not know me, I have cracked the prelims examination 6 out of 6 times, scoring one of the highest marks in the prelims examination multiple times. And I was able to do this because I mastered PYQs. Guys, today the topic which I am going to share with you has been asked in the prelims examination in the last 5 years 3 to 4 times. And again in 2026, this is going to be asked. I'm very sure, I have a strong conviction that this topic is going to come in some way or the other. Let us start. So first, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to tell you what is that theme. That theme is the public debt. That theme is public debt. Okay, why? Because recently there was a report by the IMF, International Monetary Fund. The name of the report is called Fiscal Monitor. The name of the report is what? Fiscal Monitor. This can also be asked, okay, because reports are also a very popular theme in the prelims examination, particularly reports of WTO, IMF, World Bank. So Fiscal Monitor is a flagship report of IMF, and recently this report was out, and the report claimed that by 2029 the world debt to GDP ratio, will cross 100%. This is very, very important. But before I discuss this report with you, let me share something. Guys, you can see UPSC has been asking questions on debt. You can see, guys, this question is a PYQ question. Guys, most of the India's external debt is owned by government entities. Second statement, all of the India's external debt is denominated in US dollar. You can see debt is a very important theme in the prelims examination. You can see again UPSC recently only has asked question on debt. Again, you can see here US Treasury bonds, US government debt. Okay, this is 2024 prelims examination. Again, you can see, guys, 2022 prelims examination. You can see G20 common framework. This is also about unsustainable debt. Guys, in the last 3-4 years after the COVID, the debt levels throughout the world is rising, both in the developed world and also in the developing world, and debt is one of the most important challenge before the world economy, and therefore you need to prepare debt in depth. So guys, let us come back to the report which I want to discuss with you. You can see, first of all, what kind of question you can expect is they can ask you a question about the report. The name of the report is Fiscal Monitor, and it is the IMF. Next, what they can ask you? They can ask you the trend of the debt. Okay, so debt has been rising. The public debt has been rising, particularly after the COVID-19. Guys, during the COVID-19, lot of expenditure had to be made because of the health, and this led to increasing debt both in the developed world and in the developing world. Also, guys, you can see here there is a table given in today's newspaper, and in that you can see here the debt levels of the advanced economies is higher. You can see here at present it is 110%, and it is going to rise to 119%. As far as emerging economies are concerned, it is 74%, and it will increase to 84%, and for the lower income countries it is 50%, and it is going to decrease to 44%. So that we can say that the debt levels of the advanced economies, developed economies are higher. You can see are higher compared to emerging economies, and emerging economies are higher compared to low and developing economies. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. And also, guys, the highest debt levels you can see Japan 230%, guys. Then you can see even US also 125%, which is very high. You know, guys, US is suffering the very high debt levels. Okay, and there was recently US shutdown, okay, because of this. Okay, so this is a very important topic. Okay, so what are the implications of rising debt? What are the implications of rising debt, guys? One of the implications of rising debt is that in future the taxes are going to increase. The quality of services which the government will give is going to decrease. This is very, very important. So they may ask you what are the implications of that. You know, this debt level is going to be one of the highest after the World War II. You can see it was highest in 1948. After 1948, guys, this debt level is going to be one of the highest. You can see here. Okay, higher debt levels have many adverse consequences. First consequences is what? Interest payments. And because of interest payments, taxes are going to increase, and the government will not be able to spend that much for the welfare and development of the country. Okay, so on one hand, government will not be able to spend because it will be fiscally constrained, and the other hand, they have to increase taxes because they have to pay interest payment. This is very, very important, guys. Also, what you need to know is that, guys, you can see the size of the debt. Okay, they may ask you comparison. Okay, further, guys, they may ask you that, okay, what is the reason why the debt levels are rising very fast in the recent years? So guys, you can see the main reason why debt levels are rising. You can see here they have written expenditure on defense, expenditure on climate change, expenditure to deal with the transformative technologies like AI, and expenditure for social safety nets. Guys, you know that because of AI there is going to be joblessness, and there are already concerns of increasing unemployment. And guys, many countries, they are talking about the UBI, universal basic income. So in this context, guys, the focus on the social safety net is going to increase. Also, guys, most of the developed countries, they are aging, and aging population has higher percentage of social safety net. So these are the reasons why the debt levels are rising in the developed economies and also in the developing economies, because India also, you can see here, we are also spending a lot of money on defense. Okay, everywhere, guys, because after the Ukraine war, defense expenditure in the European countries are skyrocketing. This is one of the main reasons why there has been increase in debt in the recent years. Also, guys, one unique perspective they have given here is that after the COVID, what happened? There was higher inflation, and because of the higher inflation, guys, interest rates started rising, and because of the rising interest rates, the borrowing cost of the government increased. That also worsened the debt levels. Guys, this is also very, very important. Okay, interest rates and debt level. Okay, interest rates and debt level, because the borrowing cost will increase when the interest rates will increase. And after the COVID, because of the high inflation, the Federal Reserve of America and other central banks also, they had to raise their interest in order to control inflation. Even in India also, you see after COVID-19, okay, in 21, 22, 23, high inflation, interest rates increased, and now again the inflation has moderated recently. Okay, so this can be a probable question. You can see various dimensions are possible here. First of all, what is public debt? Okay, what are the reasons for increasing public debt? What are the trends of public debt? What is comparison between advanced economies, emerging economies, and low income economies? What are the consequences of debt? What is the implication of interest rates and debt? Okay, these kinds of questions you can expect, guys. This is very, very important. Again, I repeat, IMF report, fiscal monitor is very, very important. Like this, guys, today in my PPP initiative, I have framed two questions. I have framed two questions on debt. Okay, two questions on debt on this topic. Every day, I'm linking the current affairs and the PYQs. You can see how PYQs and current affairs, these two things, once you merge, 10 questions, top 10 questions, which are predicted questions, which I'm predicting every year, you get it, solve it, and crack the prelims examination. Guys, if you like this video, do consider giving a like and share this with your friends. And guys, also do join this test series. This is very useful because every day when you solve questions, you will gain confidence. Thank you, guys. Bye bye. Take care and God bless you.